In this video, we'll discuss the facial features to look at to help you assess your romantic compatibility with another person. Enjoy. Hey everybody, Happy New Year. So when we look at face reading and the tools that we apply regarding the face, looking at other people's faces, one of the things to keep in mind is that you can look at another person's face and assess those features for romantic compatibility. So looking for partnership. So the way to do this and the way to think about this is what I call the 3 S's: size, shape, and spacing. Now, think of 3: size, space, and shaping. And then we're also going to think about 3 features, which are the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. So we want to look at the size of those 3 features, the shape of those 3 features, and the spacing of those 3 features. So the general idea behind this is the naturalistic principles that we see in Eastern philosophy. So maybe you've heard of biomimicry. We see creatures like the squid who can change color and adapt with their environment. We have heard the phrase, monkey see, monkey do. So we mimic things in nature. We like to see ourselves in others. We like to see ourselves in the external world. This is why when they talk about Neurolinguistic Programming or body mirroring, when someone is talking to you and you adopt their posture or vice versa, these are all the markers that you want to be thinking about in relation to looking at someone else's face. Now, as with all things face reading, you want to remember that the caveat here is that there are always exceptions to the rule. So if your current partner doesn't fit into what I'm talking about right here, don't freak out. That's what we call exceptions to the rule. And be happy. If you're happy, stay happy. Don't break up with the person because their features don't fully align with what I'm about to say. But the general rule is if you're dating and you're on the market, you're looking to get with someone, you want to look at the size of their eyes. Are they similar in size to yours? Okay, so same goes for the nose, same goes for the mouth. Now, size, space, and shape, okay? So when we think about this, you want to think of the spacing as well. How far apart are the eyes? How far is the nose from the eyes, and the distance from the nose to the mouth? So we want to track this, and what we're looking for is congruency. We're looking for similar proportions across the board. And then finally, size, space, and shaping. The general shape of the eye, the general shape of the nose, and the general shape of the mouth. What I've seen over the years is that most people that find a partner who they find very attractive, oftentimes they have similar features. Their noses are shaped similar. Their eyes have a similar shape, or their mouth has a similar shape. And the person will think, God, this person is so good looking. The irony and the funny part about that is there's something kind of self-serving and slightly narcissistic about that. Like, hey, they look like me. They're pretty studly. So don't read too much into that. We're looking to see ourselves in the world. But from the context of face reading, if you're following my content and you understand this idea, the basic idea is that the face shape, the facial features, these all point to personality rhythms to a certain degree. So because of that, we're trying to find congruency with our partner. We're trying to find someone who is like us. Now, you don't have to be exactly the same, but you do want congruency. And that's the idea. Now, if all 3 don't line up, don't freak out and don't have that be your only guiding metric. You've got to attune and connect with the Shen of a person too. And that ultimately is what's going to keep you together. But you want to pay attention to these things. And if one person that you're looking at has one of these features that is really aligned, your noses are very similar, that's great. Or your eyes are very similar, that's great. Or the mouth, same thing. But if you have 2 out of 3, that's even better. And if you have 3 out of 3, that's ideal. So this is something to think about. Pay attention to your friends. Look at your family members. Look at your colleagues. See if the people you get along with and who you connect with have some similar features, and then start looking at happy couples. Start looking at them and see if you can find some congruency between their facial features. And chances are you can. So my late teacher, Lillian Bridges, used to say, the longer people are together with one another, the more they look like each other. So even if they have very differing features, over time, their features start to look like each other. And the reason for that is we mimic what we see. So our face, is gonna change shape depending on our lifestyle rhythms, our habits and whatnot, and what we see. And if we see someone enough over a number of years, our facial features are going to also align with them. But these are some key ideas to think about if you're looking to find a partner. Keep these ideas in mind. Take care.